Hello everyone, it's Clayrammage back again with another What's Sold video. This time I'm doing it in another different format. I'm actually doing it live as I'm pulling stuff off the shelves to ship on my eBay sales. So all of these are eBay, none of these are Pink Elephant. I don't have my receipts yet from the Pink Elephant for the month of March because we haven't ended March yet. So that'll be next week when I'll work on one of those and try to show you guys some of the Pink Elephant sales as well. And those are always a little harder and take a little more work for me. So hope you enjoy these sales that we've had recently on eBay. They've been pretty good. I've been happy with them. Hello guys. Okay, so I am going to pull a few items that we have sold today. That's going to be part of our What's Sold video. I'm actually going to do this live, and one of them is I sold English cottage. I think it's country cottage, the needlepoint kit. And let's see. And again, I love selling these because they're so easy to list and so easy to ship. And let's see. At least in the country, it must be this one. I have to go check the listing again. Jayla needlepoint. I have English. Oh yeah, English cottage. Yep. It's this one, the English cottage. So that was right. I just couldn't remember it right. All right. And then, oh yes, the Mary Frances purse finally sold. I'm surprised this took this long to sell, but I gotta reach it back here. There we go. So this purse, I've had a lot of watchers on it, and I even sent out some offers on it, and it didn't sell, but it finally sold for $74. That was exciting. Okay, and then I sold the Snoopy puzzle, which is over here. Sold this great, oops, I have it upside down. I always want to put Charlie Brown upside right, but he's actually upside down. So we sold this puzzle for, I believe, $16. Now this next item, this is what's fun with this item, is I've been going through my death pile. So one of the things I did was I looked at all of in my watch drawer. I have a drawer where when I pick up watches, I just throw them in the drawer. Oops. What did I do with that? All right, well, let me find it here, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, sorry, I found it. It was right in front of my face. I just couldn't see it. So anyway, so I was going through my watch drawer, and one of the things that happens with watches for me is that sometimes I need batteries, and depending upon the type of watch, I don't want to mess with it. So I build up and put out, just make a big lot and sell them as a lot. But some of them I feel like are worth investing, $5 in a battery, check them out, make sure they work, and then list them. And this was one of the items. This is a limited edition Buffy the Vampire Slayer watch. And Buffy the Vampire is still highly collectible, but what makes this one a little more unique is on the back. You can see it's a limited edition of 2,000 of these that were produced. They were produced by Fossil, which Fossil watches aren't that, they're nice watches, but they're, not high dollar watches. But this particular watch is number 29 out of 2,000. So it's a very low number, early production run, and it works perfectly. I did put the battery in there. I think this battery is like $3. So it was worth the investment because I just sold this, and there's none listed. I couldn't find any anywhere. So I didn't know what to list it at. So I listed it high at $200, and it sold for $200 in 2 days. So that tells me I probably could have asked more, but I am thrilled because I paid $1 for this at a garage sale. So that was a great sale that we had. And I really didn't know if it was going to sell, but I was prepared to discount it, you know, let it sit for a couple months, and then if it doesn't sell, then lower the price. But I didn't have to do that. And the next thing, so anyway, you never know what value is sitting in your death pile, or in your to get to pile, or in your repair pile. And that's what my lesson is for all of that. So don't overlook the stuff you already have by feeling that you have to go out and find new stuff. It's more exciting to go find new stuff, but sometimes you got very valuable stuff just sitting in your piles. All right, the next thing I sold was this deluxe Scrabble game, brand new, never opened. This sold for $35. This was actually given to us by a friend of ours. She's cleaning out. So that was exciting. And then the last thing that I'm going to show you on this video, I'll do more what sold after this video, but they'll be of the other format. I just thought since I had 6 things to pull today, I'd do it as a kind of a live show. The other thing that I sold is this package of vintage drawer pulls. And I'll show you. These are the chevron style. These are actually my mom's. Came from my dad's shop, so I'm selling them for her. But they're these chevron style handles. So there's 16 of them in this little bag. Sold these for $30 or $35. Which was it? This says $35. So that's a great deal. So we had some great sales today, and stay tuned for more sales coming. Okay, we have a new day, but I'm going to continue on this theme of items that we've sold. So sold a couple other items today. So let's take a look at what we've sold. One of them is something I just picked up at the bins, which was this copper. This is a Gregorian brand copper teapot. This sold for $30 within a day of listing it. So that was great. And then another item, now I have to think of, it's right here, that I've had for a long time is this watch. This has been listed almost 2 years. This is a Purina promotional watch. It's called a Happy Cat. And this finally sold for $6 plus shipping. So happy to get rid of that. Now this third item that I'm going to show you is from our first garage sale of the year video. So if you haven't checked that out, please do, because it's just an incredible sale. And because she was a vintage, she was not. She was a professional quilter. And so she had a lot of sewing equipment, and I shouldn't say a lot. She had several pieces of industrial sewing equipment. And we kind of parted some things out. And one of the things that we parted out was this. Let me see if I can get it to a spot where you can see it better. This vintage Singer sewing machine, industrial sewing machine lamp. You can see the name there, Singer SLF-3. This is a Bakelite cover for the lamp, which is kind of cool. And it's in excellent condition. So it needs to be rewired because I cut the cord. The cord is falling apart. It was in terrible shape anyway. And these are directly wired to the motor of the industrial sewing machine. And the motor itself was really rusty. It was part of the reason I didn't grab the motor. That would have been nice, but I didn't want to mess with that. So I grabbed the lamp and I listed it this morning, like less than an hour ago, already sold for $100. And this was a freebie. She gave this to us. So yeah, so be on the lookout for industrial, equipment. Even parting stuff out, you can make a lot of money on it. So very excited about that sale. Now I'm going to have to ship it, which is the challenge. Although it'll fit in a 24-inch box because it does disassemble somewhat. So we'll be doing that. And I just happen to have one that I think it'll fit perfectly in. And I saved those, which is great, because you never know when these odd things come through what you're going to do with them. All right, today's actually another day, but I thought I would do the same thing as far as pulling the orders that I've getting ready to ship. So one of the first items is this Movado watch. This actually was in a free box, and it was the watch in the box, in the leather holding case, and there's the watch. Now the watch was well worn. It's got a lot of scratches to it. Now the crystal is in good shape, but the, you know, silver finish on the bezel and stuff is pretty scratched. But I put a battery in it. It didn't work, so I put it on eBay selling as is, knowing that a lot of people buy these and, you know, either use them for parts or something. So I sold that for $40 for a parts piece. That's good, considering that's a free item. It's all profit, right? All right, let's see what else we got. Oh yes, this was exciting. These teacups, there's a set of 4 decorative teacups, and they are somewhere. And for that, I'm actually going to have to put the phone down because I don't want to drop them as I'm carrying them. So hold on, I'll show you them in a sec. Okay, so here's those cups. It's a set of 4. They're all a different pattern, but they're all made in Japan. All marked, clearly made in Japan, both in the plate and the cup. So I believe originally they were a set. You can tell the style is very similar on each one, the way they did the floral and leaf decorative pattern around them. But each cup has a different scene on it. And this one is a pink. So, yeah. So that was fun. Those sold for $20 plus shipping. All right, another item, which one of the people at the Pink Elephant advised me to do, which is to pick up any Pyrex lids that you find, because they're becoming quite valuable, just the lids themselves. So this is a 24-470, and this sold for $10 just for the lid, plus shipping. Actually $11 plus shipping. So that was a good find. So I appreciate that, Beth, that you gave me that tip. And again, they're not, that one particular one isn't large money, but the lids are the things that tend to get broken more than the bases. So the lids are getting harder and harder to find. Okay, and then the next item up for shipping is this. This is a vintage oil lamp, and it's actually hand painted and signed on the back by the artist. See if we can get it in the light so you can see it. And I had this down at the Pink Elephant for quite a long time. No interest. And it's got a lot of surface rust on it, so it has this aged appearance as a result of that. It's not as old as it looks, but it sold for $25. So I was excited about that for sure. And then got that one. Oh yes, and actually this other item I've had for quite a long time. This came out of my dad's shop. Over the last couple years we've been cleaning out a lot of his hardware and stuff like that in his shop, and it's this box of supercasters, brand new in the box, and they're for chairs, or you could even put them on appliances too, I'm sure. So that's been sitting around for a while, so that's a good thing. That was $25 for those. And then I sold this pot, which if you saw my haul video a couple weeks ago where we picked this up at the bins, there was a number of Native American pieces of art. This one was one of them, and this is by R. Singers, the artist that created that. It's pretty beautiful. We sold that for $45 plus shipping. Another good find. And this next item, I was very excited. I've had this for a long time. And again, this was another item that was down at the Pink Elephant. It is a crocheted butterfly. It's actually quite large. It's very finely done. And so yeah, and that we sold for $10. So it pays off for me to rotate things between the Pink Elephant and eBay. If it doesn't sell in one, I put it on another. And I pulled stuff off of eBay, put it on the Pink Elephant and sold it. So, you know, it's kind of nice to have those options. So if you've thought about doing a booth at an antique store, it's definitely, you know, has its benefits for selling different things at different times. So, because again, you've got different clientele, and that's the great thing. So anyway, on to the next one.